which is like this cool Kung Fu red panda looking thing. It looks real cute. I want to cuddle it. I think it might punch me in the face. It might break my solar plexus, but I'm not gonna lie, I want to hug and kiss it. It looks real cute. What's up, everybody? My name is Nick, and I am one half of the Brothers Murph, and welcome to the Game House. This is me alone because we have a solo Game House today because we are playing the Dragons of Etchinstone, which is published by Chip Theory Games, who are sponsoring this solo playthrough. Dragons of Etchinstone is on GameFound right now, so make sure to check it out down in the description below. But this is a solo game that you are playing in your hand. This is a palm game where you'll have cards in your right hand and cards in your left hand. You can play this while walking around. You can play this on a plane. And so we are going to be doing a solo playthrough of it. We're going to be searching for a dragon, finding them, and then hopefully winning. Let's go ahead and get right into that overview.
In Dragons of Etchinstone, the player journeys through 4 regions in search of the final dragon, battling enemies along the way. This is a solo game meant to be played in your 2 hands. Your dragon, mage deck, and region in one hand and your hand of cards in the other. You start in the first region and you will always have this card slid down slightly so you can see the mage card behind it. At the top right, you will see what we have to face this round. In this case, we face the 3rd enemy, or in this case, we would face the first journey. You will assemble your hand of mage cards to try and overcome this enemy or journey. Enemies require the fire attack symbol and journeys require the boot. You will make an action set of cards, which will be 3 cards, and the last card is a reserve. The first card will determine the element, in this case yellow, and your initiative shown here. The second card is your spell and will determine your attack or journey value shown in these boxes. If the element you chose, in our case yellow, matches the color shown in the second box, you get to do that stronger value of attack or journey. And the third card is your boost, and you will add this boost number to either your initiative or your attack or journey value. Let's first talk about fighting. You will determine which enemy you need to fight. They have their health, their initiative, their attack, and their block. If you do not meet or exceed their initiative, you will take this damage as early damage, which will get added to your regular damage you have to take. You then apply your damage to them. If the color of the attack you're doing, in our case yellow, matches the color of their shield, then they will block this much damage. If you do not outright kill the enemy, then they will attack you with their damage shown here, adding the early damage if you didn't beat their initiative. When attacking them, if you did damage to at least half of their health, you will gain this XP, though if you didn't kill them, they will hit you back. When you take damage, you will have to downgrade your cards. All cards have a block value here. If the shield you have matches the color of the damage coming in, this card does double block. To soak up the damage, you will have to turn cards down a level. So we are taking 3 damage, so this one card can take that 3 damage and get downgraded to level 1. Note that you can only use a card to soak up damage once per round. You cannot use it again. Journeys work a little bit differently. For one, initiative doesn't matter. And like fighting, if you meet at least half the journey value, you will gain the XP. But if you don't meet the complete journey value, you will have to suffer the time penalty, which means you will discard this many cards, which speeds up the game, which isn't good. If your element matches the color on the journey, you will get to add the boost value of your reserve card to this journey as well. Once you have completed the battle or journey, you will gain XP. On the bottom left, it shows how much XP it takes to level up that card. So if we had 7 XP, we could level up these 2. Then cards from your action set get discarded, though you keep your reserve card. You will then draw back up to 4 cards and continue. Once you hit the region card at the back of your deck, you will then reshuffle your mage deck and change regions. Once you have finished the 4th region, you must now face the dragon. The dragon has 2 steps, first a journey and then a battle. For the journey, you will draw out 7 cards and make 2 action sets with 1 reserve card. You will combine the total journey value of both card sets and compare it to the dragon. If you didn't meet the lowest threshold, you immediately lose. If you did meet one, you will take the time penalty next to it and move on to the battle. Now you will draw the rest of your mage deck and make 2 action sets. This time you'll need to meet the minimum attack threshold here, and if you don't, you are slain and you lose. If you do, you then have to be able to soak up all the damage of the level you reached, in this case 27, remembering each card can only be downgraded once per round to absorb damage. If you cannot withstand this attack, you lose the game. If you successfully block all the damage coming in, you will win.
The Dragons of Etchinstone! Remember that Flintstones movie? When he's like, Flintstone! How did this happen? I rewatched that the live action Flintstone movie, the one with like John Goodman, not like the Stephen Baldwin one that came later, or one of the Baldwins, whatever, the Baldwin one. Not that one, Viva Rock Vegas. Low key, the first one is still great. I watched it the other day and it was outstanding. I was blown away at how good it was. Still really, really good. Unless we're going to play Dragons of Etchinstone. So again, this is a game where you will play in the palm of your hand. I will go ahead and say that I'm going to play this slightly differently, because normally what you would do is you would have your deck in your left hand here, or right hand, however you wanted to do it, and then you would have your hand of cards kind of over here like this, and you would be playing like this most of the time, and you'd kind of just be rearranging stuff like this, because it's kind of like a great travel game, right? But I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to play this kind of down onto the table, and that is so that y'all can just see what I'm doing. If I'm kind of holding these and therefore kind of moving constantly, it's just going to be annoying for y'all to watch. And so, I'll be building my action sets like this. I'll probably put my reserve card kind of off to the side. So again, it's very, very clear what I'm doing, kind of trying to make the viewing experience for y'all slightly better. So just know that, but normally you'd be playing kind of in your hand, and I will be playing more or less on the table. So again, y'all can just see what I'm doing, and you're not having to kind of like follow my hands slightly moving here and there. But nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and play this one. So again, we are trying to get to the dragon. We're gonna play against Roderick, the Last Breath. So this is a big red dragon. So one thing I need to make sure I remember is that they will be blocking red damage. So when I'm upgrading stuff like that, I kind of want to prioritize non-red damage, because I kind of lost twice now to this dragon because I kept going into the last fight with a bunch of red damage, and they kept blocking just enough where I couldn't withstand the damage they were doing back to me. So we're going to try and beat that today. But as we're going against Rodving, and we have our region cards. So again, if you remember, if you've watched the kind of setup video that Chip Theory did, or a little overview video. So the way we're going to set up our deck is we're going to shuffle our mage cards, all these different mage cards with this lovely gentleman in the middle here. So we're going to shuffle these up, and then we're basically going to take our dragon, take our region 3 and region 4 card, pop this on top, and then pop this on top, and then we're ready to go. I will say this is a prototype. They will have their normal Chip Theory PVC cards. I think they're PVC. They will have the normal cards where you don't need to sleeve them. This is a prototype, that's why this is in sleeves, but the normal version will not come that way. That is strictly for this. So we're gonna start moving through. So the first thing we need to do is get our 4 starter cards. Your cards start off on level 2. So know that. Okay, so now we have our key card here, showing, because you always need to be showing the next one back so we can know what kind of journey or what kind of enemy we are fighting. Woo! Okay, cool. So we're gonna be doing journey number 3. So we're in the Jade Mountains right now in region 1. So journey number 3 is gonna be this one right here, where we need 11 boots, and we're gonna suffer 2 time penalties, and we're gonna get 4 experience for doing so. So again, as long as we can get to half of it, which is gonna be 6, so it's half rounded up or rounded down. Either way, it'll be over half. We will still get the experience, but we'll have to suffer the time penalty. So let's kind of look at what we have here. So we have a couple boosts. We have 9 and 6. What's our biggest boost? Our biggest boost, again, the boost is the plus numbers here. So the closest we're going to be able to get to, we could get to 11. We could get to 11. So we're gonna blessed. Okay, so first thing we need to do is we need to set our element card. We're definitely going to use this 9 journey right here, and that is in yellow. Again, you're looking at what's inside the box, so in this case, it's red. So we need to make sure our element is yellow. So we are going to have this one be our element card. This is going to be our spell card, what we're actually casting. In this case, we're casting Feet, the Feet spell. And then we need a 2 boost. Now, to get to 11. Now, both of these have a 2 boost. So is there anything else? These are actually like identical cards, except for this one is damage, this one is boots. So let's go ahead and keep the damage card. And we're gonna have this one be our boost. So this is gonna be our reserve card, and then this is gonna be our action set. So again, we have our element, which is yellow. We have our spell, which is what we're doing. In this case, we're doing 9 boost, 9 travel, 9 journey. And then this is going to be our boost card. We also have 3 initiative, which is based off of your spell card. In journeys, which is what we're doing right now, initiative doesn't matter. So we don't have to worry about that. But in battles where we're fighting these various creatures, it will matter. So in this case, we have an initiative of 3, but it doesn't really matter that much. But nonetheless, okay, so we're going to do 9, and then we can add this boost to our initiative or to our spell. Again, we don't need initiative, so we're gonna add it to our spell, and we now have 11. We now have 11 journey, which is great because that's what we need. Now the journey here is red, so if we had done a red journey instead of a yellow one, we would then also get to add our boost from our reserve card. We are not using a red one and we're meeting it anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but nonetheless, that is what the colors on here, the elements on there do. So we have matched it, which means we are not going to have to suffer the time penalty, which is great, and we're gonna get the 4 XP. We again would get the XP as long as we've reached half of it, but we have to get the time penalty, which if you remember from the overview means we just have to cycle 2 cards, which means we're going through these regions faster, which means we have less time to upgrade our cards. Okay, so we're going to get 4 experience. Let's go ahead and kind of spread these cards out so we can use any of these cards, including our reserve card, even though we didn't use it, and you don't get to keep XP. So if we can use our XP, we kind of want to. Down here is what it takes to upgrade them. So we have 2 3s and 2 4s. And let's go ahead and kind of just take a look at the 3 sides at what it is. Okay, so this bumps up to an 11. Ooh, an 11 red though. See, that's the thing is that we kind of don't want the red. So I think we're not going to do this one, although we might do it later, but at least as of right now. You know what? Let's go ahead and upgrade our reserve card because we're going to be keeping this card right now because it was our reserve card. So we're going to spend the 3 of our 4 XP on that. And then the other one is just going to get, it's going to die. So we're going to keep this card. These will then go to the back, which is where our discard cards go, back behind Rodving. Ah! They shouldn't have let me play this game. But nonetheless, okay, cool. So now we're on to the next round. I guess they call it rounds? Something like that. We're on the next round. So now we're going to draw back up to 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, because we already had 1 card left over. And then we're going to go ahead and set our key card, put it down there so all you lovely people can see. Boom. All right, so now we are doing the number 1 enemy here, which is like this cool Kung Fu red panda looking thing. It looks real cute. I want to cuddle it. I think it might punch me in the face. It might break my solar plexus, but I'm not gonna lie, I want to hug and kiss it. It looks real cute. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we have not great right now. Okay, so their initiative is 8. Oh wow, our initiative is 8 here. We don't really want to. This is gonna be interesting. So we need to hit them for at least 4 to get the experience. We need to hit them for 7. And we kind of can't do that. This one here will hit for 7, but to get the 7, we would need to have our element be yellow, which we literally can't do. We could fuse into yellow. Ooh, should we do that? We're technically going through 1 card. We're going through a card quicker than we kind of need to. The only problem is if we use this card for our attack, we then can't use it for our initiative, which means we will take another hit, which I kind of don't really want to do. I don't really want to do that. Although if we had this be our card that blocks, because they're doing yellow damage, this is a yellow shield, we could take the early damage. Yeah, we're gonna have to downgrade something. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, y'all. So we are going to fuse 2 cards together. Let's go ahead and do these cards. And when you fuse them, you get to choose what. Ooh, interesting. You get to choose what the element they are. Gosh, sorry. Freaking brain fart right there. So we're going to choose that this is going to be yellow. Now our initiative is 1. So I guess we'll add our boost to our initiative, and therefore our initiative is 3, which still loses to their 8. So we are going to have to take early damage, which again is going to be 1 damage here. And then we're going to hit them for 7, because now this red card here is fused into yellow. So now we're hitting them for 7, which is their health, so they're not going to do extra damage to us again, but they did do that early damage. So we're going to have to take 1 bit of damage. And that bit of damage is going to happen right now in the penalty phase. So penalty phase, again, where you take time damage or where you take normal damage. So we're going to do 1. So we could have, I guess, let's just have you take it. Because you have 1. I kind of don't want to downgrade this card because it doesn't have a better one. And we're only taking 1. So I think I'm going to downgrade that now to level 1. So everything does start at level 2. So we've now downgraded it to level 1. And we did use all of our cards. So this card now cannot be upgraded because you can't upgrade cards that got damaged. And we're going to get 4 XP. I kind of want to just put this one at the tippy top, but we're going to have more time, more chances to upgrade these. So I think I'm going to upgrade this one and spend our 3 on that. Okay, now we don't have a reserve card, so we don't get to keep anything because we fused. So all of these are going away. So again, we're going through this deck slightly quicker. So we're going to take 4 cards, slap this bad boy on here, and then boom, put that there for y'all to see. Okay, so we're going to do the 4 Journey. The 4 Journey is a 10 purple boot. Purple boot. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have... So our only boot card is this one. It is purple, but it's only 5, which, although, you know what? I think we can get there. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our element, make it purple so we can make this, and we are going to, I don't think it really matters what our boost is. So we're going to do this like this. This is our reserve card. This is our set. So our element is going to be purple. Our element is plums. So purple. And then our spell card is going to be 5. And again, this is either damage or journey. We are going to be doing journey. And then our boost here is +2, which again, we'll add to our journey because initiative doesn't matter. Now, because this is a purple journey, because our spell is purple in element, we get to add the boost from our reserve card to it without actually using our reserve card. So we don't have to discard that card. So our boost is actually 5, which when we add to this purple 5 is going to be 10, which clears that journey, which is great because I didn't really want to take that time penalty because we just did a fusion, which is kind of bad. So nonetheless, even though this is not the strongest card on the planet, we were able to get there because we matched that element. So that is outstanding. So we have, we don't have to take the time penalty, and we have an upgrade of 3. And we can upgrade, we can't upgrade this one, so we'll kind of put that one up there like that because we don't have the XP for it. So let's go ahead and flip these to their 3 side and see what we want to do. And remember that this is our reserve card here. Ooh, so this is a 5 journey or a 9 attack. I like the fact that those are mixed. This then would go up to 7. This again is the one that has both. Ooh, I kind of like this one. Let's go ahead and do this one. We'll flomp these. When you turn it, they're called flomping. That's a chip theory thing. You got to flomp it. So we're flomping these back over, and we'll keep this one here because I like the versatility of this one. And so we'll go ahead and do that. So we'll keep this card because we technically didn't use it. And then boom, we cruising, y'all. 1, 2, 3, boom. Ooh, we're getting close to the end of this ye olde. Actually, this will be the last one in Region 1 here. Have we done okay? I don't know if we've done okay. Have we done okay? Let me know. Let me know we're doing. All right, so we're at the battle Monster 4 here, which is like a, I don't even know, a cool like centaur? Not centaur, minotaur thing? I don't know, they got cool hair. They got hoof feet, that's all I know. So they only have initiative of 2, which is not like bad. That's nice. The initiative of 2, but they have 13 health. So as long as we can get to 7, we will get the 8 experience. But they hit for 3, and they have a purple shield, which means, oh, that's a bummer. So basically, if we did this and made this spell purple, we could do 9 damage. But because they have a purple shield, that means they get to block 3 of this damage, which means this is a 6. Which is still better than our other options, because our other option, the best one, is a 5. And so we probably should just do that. Yeah, we're going to have to take a hit here. Although I will be able to block it. Oh, I'm going to downgrade this card that I just got. But I think it's... Oh, we could downgrade this. Let's do our fight first. Okay, so what do I want to keep as a reserve? Let's keep you as a reserve, and let's have you be our boost. Okay, so we're going to go bop, bop, bop. And we're going to have it like that. So this is our reserve here. So again, our initiative, we need to be, their initiative is 2. We are at 5, so we are good there. We do have a purple element, which means this 9 attack will happen. And we will go ahead and add this 2 boost to that because we don't need to add it to our initiative. So we have 11 attack. Now, unfortunately, their shield is purple, so they're going to block 3 of that, and we're going to go down to 8. So we do 8 damage, which is good, but it's not enough to kill them. So nonetheless, we will be able to get their 8 XP. So now we're in the penalty phase where we have to take 3 damage. So now, because we have this purple shield here, if your shield color matches the damage that is coming in, which in this case is purple, you can double the shield value. So this could be a 4. But we just upgraded this card, and I can block all 3 of that with this 1 fleet-footed card. So I think I'm going to do that. just because it kind of just undoes this thing that we just did. So we're gonna flop that one around, put it up because we now cannot upgrade a card that we took damage. So this is now at level 1. So now we have 8 experience. I think, I kind of just want to do these two because these two each require 4. Let's look at the other side of this though. So that is 6 initiative. Wow, 4 boost, 4 shields, and a 7 and a 4. This is a really great card. Okay, so then this would go to its level 4 side, which is 11 and 6. I think I'm not going to do that. Well, let's look at this one. What's this one right here? 8 initiative, big journey, 5 and then 9 with blue, 3 boost, 5 shield. Wow. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave this one at level 3, and then I'm going to flomp these ones over to level 3 as well. And then this one went down to level 1. Okay, that's not horrible. Let's go. All right, I think, y'all, we're going to be at the end of our journey because we have to draw back up, boop, and we have hit our region card. So that means we are through this deck. So what's going to happen is now all the cards are going to come back through. We'll take Rodving and the other region. Make sure to keep these in their orientation. So we have some 2s, we have some 3s, we have some 1s. We need to keep these in orientation. Don't start flipping them around because then you're undoing all the progress or giving yourself a massive advantage. It kind of depends on which way you flip them. But nonetheless, we'll shuffle these back up and we're going to flip over. We're going to flomp over. My apologies, Chip Theory. You asked me specifically to say flomping. Flomp it over to region 2, which is the Living Marshes. So let's go ahead and shuffle these up. And then we'll draw 4 more cards and we will keep on rolling. That was a decent first region. We didn't really have, did we take any real hits? We took some hits, had to downgrade a little things. We had a fuse once, which is not great. But overall, I think it was okay. We're doing okay. We upgraded a decent amount, and that is outstanding. Okay, so we're going to take our region and Rodving, slap that on there, boop, and now we're ready to go. So now we draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all just 2s still, but we will now nonetheless start having some stuff come up that is not that. Our 3s and our 4s will start coming through, including our 1s, because we had to downgrade some stuff. So this is going to be a 1 journey. So now we're in the Living Marshes, which is region 2. So this one here has a little symbol. So we have a hardship, and this hardship is treacherous. So treacherous is if you fail to attain complete victory, which means we have to reach 10 boots, that's complete victory, we will suffer 1 damage. And on top of that, that would also be on top of this time penalty. So we really, really want to reach that. And I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna. Because, no, we can get to 9. Okay, so we're gonna have to take a damage. Because our only boots, we have this 5 here, and then we have this 6 here, and we can make this blue to get that 6, but then the biggest boost we can add to it is 3, which would give us 9. We're so close, and we wouldn't get to add the boost from our reserve card because we're not matching the color of the journey, which in this case is red. We are instead doing blue. So the question is do I want to use this card or do I want to use this card for our journey? We'll still be able to get halfway there, which is good. And we're going to have to downgrade a card. Man, yeah, this is a boomer. Let's go ahead and just do this one. I think it's fine because the boosts and stuff are better on, oh, you know what? No, let's do this one because the initiative is so much better on this one. I would like, oh, no. Sorry, I'm messing myself up. Let's just keep it the way we were because we would have to use our good card as our initiative card, our element card rather. Okay, we're gonna keep it like this. So we are going to have a blue element. So that means we're gonna have 6 journey and then we will add our boost to that to make it 8 journey. It won't ultimately matter. We did get halfway there, so we will get this, but we'll have to suffer the time penalty and then the damage penalty. So we're only taking 1 damage. So I think I'm going to bring down this destruction spell because it's still pretty strong if it's red. And again, red damage we kind of don't want to prioritize because Rodving is a red dragon and they're going to hit us back. And so it's not the end of the world, but we will have to suffer 2 time penalty. So these cards, boop, including one of my upgraded cards, bummer, is just going to get straight up discarded. Bummer. We will get the 9, ooh, 9, huh? We will get the 9 experience from this though. So we have 3, 4, and 3. That is unfortunately 10, so we can only do 2. Okay, so the adapt would give us, more. I think I'm going to do this one. What is this? 5 and 9 of the journey. And this one is 4 and 7 of the attack. Let's go ahead and do these two. That will ultimately be 7 of our 9 experience. We can't quite get to this one, which is a bummer, but we are close. Okay, so we'll flip those. These will all go to the back. Boom, and we'll get 1, 2, 3, blop. Okay, and then boom, we will have that right there. So we're going to be facing the 4th enemy, this big old like tree golem looking thing. So, the 4th enemy here has, they have freeze. So freeze means when we suffer early damage, we will have to discard our reserve card. So it means if we don't meet their initiative, we will have to discard our reserve card. Now, actually, we have some pretty darn good initiative. And what's their health? Their health is 10? Ooh, that's not good. Oh, man, this is bad. I mean, we could fuse, and then therefore we wouldn't even have a reserve card. Because, oh, man. Yeah, because basically, to get this 7 damage, and then, like, let's say boost it by 3 with this, if we were like this, this would have to be our initiative, which is 7. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. It'll be 7, and means we'd have to add our boost to it to beat that and not get frozen. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at the top one. Their initiative is 5. Never mind. We're doing this. I was looking at the wrong thing. My apologies. I was looking at this one up here. We're looking at this friend. So their initiative is 5. Oh, but their attack is 13. So we're definitely going to get hit by their attack. Dang it. I thought we'd be able to kill them. But I still think this is the best thing for us to do. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do this then. So our initiative is, yeah, I guess we'll add this boost to our initiative. So our initiative is going to be 6, so we don't have to worry about early damage. We are then going to do 7 attack, which will be enough for half. And that's kind of what we're going to have. So whenever we do the penalty phase, they're going to hit us for 3. Oh, man. So here's the question. I keep downgrading. I don't want to downgrade one of these 3 cards. So I think I'm going to do this. Yeah, down to level 1. I'm getting worried about how many level 1 cards we're going to have. And then we're going to get 7 experience. And all these cards. Okay, so here's a thought though. All these cards are 4, which means we'd be wasting 3 experience. If one of these cards gets downgraded, we can then upgrade 2 things. So I think that is a better play. Let's go ahead and downgrade our adapt. Other way. And then that way we can upgrade this one for sure, because that'll be 3. And then these 2. So these 2, we're going to flurp them like this. So this would be 6 and then 12 journey, 5 boost, 5 yellow damage, our shield, and then 9 initiative. This is 10 initiative, 6 and 10 damage, 4 and 4. I think I'm going to do that. I'm getting a little worried about our damage abilities. Yeah, let's go with that. So boom, boom, boom. This was our reserve card, so we'll go ahead and keep it. All right, boom, boom, boom. There we go. All righty, so we are now going to be fighting enemy number 2. So now we're fighting the enemy that I thought we were fighting last time when I was looking at it. So they have 8 initiative. They don't have any special abilities, but they have 8 initiative. They're doing 10 damage. Oh, I'm sorry, they have 10 health. So... Oh no. We have like no synergy with our cards here. We might have to fuse again, which I don't want to do. Dang it. Yeah, I think we're going to have to fuse again. I'm going to fuse this card and this card into a purple card. So we're going to have no reserve card, which is a bummer. But I'm going to go boom. I think we're going to go boom, and then boom. So the question here is, I'm trying to think of, we're going to take damage regardless, because to meet their 8 initiative, and not have to worry about early damage, we're going to have to use our boost towards that. But if we use our boost towards that, we then can't kill them. So we're either going to take damage or we're going to take early damage, and it doesn't really matter which one we do because we're going to take 2 damage regardless. So we'll take early damage. Why not? Let's kill them. That feels better. Okay, so we're going to take early damage, which will be 2, so we'll have to think about that in a second. And then we are going to have a purple card, which is what this fusion is. Then we're doing 9 damage. We'll add this boost to that, so we'll do 12 damage, and that will kill them. We will still have to take that early damage, which is 2. And I think, again, I think we're just gonna keep going down to 1 cards. We're gonna have a mix of like 1s and 4s, and like that's gonna be it. Okay, and then how much? Oh, see, we're only gonna have. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this because we killed them now, so we don't have to worry about damage again. But we're only gonna have 4 experience. So this is 6 and 12 journey. Let's get more attack. Boom. Okay, we're doing that, y'all. No, I'm getting worried about the amount of 1s we're gonna have. 1, 2, 3. Oop. Well. Oh no, we're gonna be at the end of the. Oh, that fusion is gonna kill me right now. Well, not kill me. It's just gonna. We're at the end of the region because I was able to draw a hand of 4 cards, but there isn't a card left over to be our key card. So we are done with that region card, and we are back now to this one. So now again, we'll take all of our cards, shuffle them back through. Region 2 went fast. We had to suffer a time penalty, which quickened the whole thing, and then we had to do a fusion there, which again quickened. We lost a round out of that, and we took a lot of more damage. I feel like we have a lot of 1s and a lot of 3s. And I worry for a time where we have a lot of 1s in our hand and no 3s. It's going to be interesting, y'all. And at this point, it's kind of that concept where it's like, do I keep upgrading the 3s or do I try and get these 1s back to 2s? I don't know. We have 2 more regions to go, so we'll have to kind of see here. But this is going to be a little bit tricky. So we'll see. I don't really know. We'll see. All right. Last bit of shuffling here. Okay. All right. So now let's roll. So now we're going to go whoop, whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then boom. Okay. Also, when you upgrade your stuff, that usually means they have worse stuff as a key card. Well, not always worse stuff as a key card, but it feels like it. All right. So we're now in the burning basin, or basin, as uncultured people say. So region 3, so we're fighting monster number 2, which is this kind of 2-headed troll looking thing, or ogre looking thing. So they have slow. So slow means that we can use movement in lieu of attack if we want to. And I feel like that's good because we have a 10 movement card. That's actually great. Their initiative is 4 and they have 14 health. Interesting. Okay, we can do this, I think. Yeah, we can do this. Okay. So let's have this card left over. Oh no, we need this card to be our element. Oh, I'm going to have to keep a 1 as a reserve, which I didn't want to do, but I think we're going to have to. Okay, so this is going to be our setup here. Okay, so we're going to have a yellow element, and then that means our spell is going to be this card, which gives us 10 movement, and then our boost is going to be 5. Our initiative is 8, so that is more than enough. And then our movement is then going to be 15, which is enough to beat them into a pulp. Okay. Oh, we're in a weird situation here, y'all. So we beat them. We don't have to worry about damage. We're getting 8 experience. This card is 5. This card is 5. This card is 4. This card is 2. I think we're going to have to do one of these 5s and this 2. We're definitely going to do this because it's the only way we can do 2 cards. So that is there. Okay, so then let's look at these 5s. We probably want to do these. This is a bunch of journey and actually a bunch of journey again. Oh, and this one's also a bunch of journeys. So we have a bunch of journey stuff. Let's go ahead and do this one because this one does have at least some. Oh, but look at the initiative on this one. Nah, let's do this one. I want that initiative. All right, and we did upgrade this card back to a level 2, which is good. So that's great. Okay, now we're up again. Okay, so now, boom, the Sword of Light. So we're going on the first journey, wowzers, which is 14. Oh my gosh. 14 blue boots. You gotta love a good blue boot. And it has not treacherous. It also has steep. So we increase the journey's movement points, which in this case is 14, by our reserve card's boost. Oh, that's not good. And we also have no. Uh-oh. Oh gosh, should we divert? This is bad because we're not even going to be able to get halfway there, which means we're going to get this time penalty and we're not even going to get to upgrade anything. Because, yeah, the lowest this can be is 15, and the highest boot we can get is... we can get 8, which means I guess that would be enough. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. I don't like to... I hate speeding up our game. Okay, so we're going to do this. Ugh. And we're going to keep another 1 card as our reserve. I really dislike that. Okay, so we have it like this. So we are going to have to add this. So again, the total is 15 now. And then we are going to do 5 movement. Woo! Oh, we could just do 6 movement. It won't matter. It won't make no difference. Actually, no, we need to do it this way because it is better. So we have 5 movement. We'll add this 5 boost to that to make 10 movement. So we will get past the amount, the halfway point that we need. But we will have to take 2 time penalty, which means these 2 cards, including one of my 4 cards, barf, are over like that. We will get 7 XP. This one's already maxed out, so we can't do that one. Oh my gosh, are we keeping 1 short? Because this is 2 XP, 3 XP, 3 XP, that's 8. We should probably do these 2. I think we're just going to leave this one low. So I think we're going to go blop. Yeah. Oh, we're going to have to keep this one, though. So do we keep it? But then we're losing 2 XP. I'm trying to, because this is our reserve card. It's going to stick around next round. So I'm like, should I upgrade this one to 3 and 8? No. Short-sighted, baby. Short-sighted. Let's go. Easy game. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we didn't divert, which is good, I guess. Man. Oh my gosh, we have another first journey. My first journey, anybody? Okay. And it's treacherous again, which means we're going to have to add our boost value to it. Wow. 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 So we're going to have 15 again. Oh my gosh, we're going to be able to get to 14. No, it's going to happen again. Okay, so we're going to, I think, do this as our reserve card yet again. And I think we're going to go blue, this purple, and then this yellow for this journey. Because now we need 15, which I think we are not going to be able to get. Yeah. So the element here is going to be blue, so that means we're going to have 9 journey. We will add this 2 to that to make 11. And because our blue is matching this, the journey color, we're going to be able to add this, which is only 12. It really doesn't make that much of a difference, to be completely honest. God, hold on. If we did this, though, would this be better? This means that their thing would be 16, the journey, and this would give us 13, 14, 15. It'd get us to 15. Let's go ahead and do that because it means we leave a slightly stronger card out here as a reserve card. Because basically we're going to have 9 plus 4 is 13, plus 2 we get to add because of the matching boost. But because we had to use a 2 here, it's actually 16 as opposed to 15, which is a bummer. We were so close. Dang it. So we're going to take another time penalty. We are blitzing through Region 3, which is not good. We will get the 7 experience, but let's go ahead and go 1, 2. All right, we're going to get our 7 experience. Well, this one's 2. Again, per usual, we're only going to get to do... Oh, yeah, we're going to keep having a mess. We're definitely doing this one, so that way we can do 2 cards. And And we can turn either of these to a 4, which is a huge journey. Now we're running into huge problems with journeying. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this one. Tough. Okay. Let's see. My hunch is this is going to be the end of the region. So we need 3 cards. 1, 2. Yep. Okay. Oh, region 4. Oh, man. I feel like we're not doing that good. I feel like I am not doing that good. I almost flipped this whole deck over. That would have been bad, y'all. Oh, man. I feel like we're not doing good. We're region 4. Stuff is presumably stronger now. Man, getting those 2 journey 1s killed us because that killed 4 of our cards. That was a bummer. And then because they were also steep, it meant that like we were barely not able to beat them. Dang it. Okay, region 4. So after this region, we're going against Rodving. I'm not feeling super confident right now. Last game I was playing this, I was in a way better place, it felt like. So we'll see. Bah! Bah! We back here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we are going to be facing enemy number 2, and we have a hardship. That hardship is going to be ambush. So when we suffer early damage, if we suffer early damage, we will have to double it, which I dislike. Also, we're fighting enemy number 2 here, which has the ranged ability, which basically means, oh, this is really bad. So basically, if we don't, basically to not take early damage, we have to not only meet their initiative, but we also have to discard our reserve card. So we also don't want to take 6 damage for early damage. So let's look. We got a bunch of red cards and absolutely no red abilities, which is, oh my gosh. And their initiative is 10. Uh-oh, y'all, we out here. And our biggest damage right now is 5. Uh-oh. And we literally can't, yo, this is bad. Oh, we're going to have to fuse again. I guess that means we won't have a reserve card because we're already getting rid of it. But I don't even know what we'd want to get to. Oh, man, this is bad. This is so bad. We're not going to be able to kill him either. Oh, no. Yeah, we're not going to be able to kill him. Oh, this is such a bummer. Okay, so... Okay, well then is it even worth it? Yeah, no, we need a fuse because we need to... Gosh, yeah, I'm trying to think of what... Let's fuse, I guess, these into a purple. Gosh, we're going to be 1 away. Oh, man. All right, so we're going to fuse these into a purple. Bummer. And then we're going to go here like this. So this is actually a purple now, so we will get to do this 5. So, oh, also we're gonna have to add our, we're gonna have to add our boost to this so we don't take early damage. And we'd have to discard our reserve card. We already had to use it. So we're not gonna take early damage, which is great. We're gonna take normal damage, but we're not taking early damage as well. So our attack is 5, and we had to use our boost towards our initiative. So we're doing 5, so we will get 5 experience. We have to take 3 damage right now, which means I guess we're downgrading this one because if I did this one, I'd have to downgrade 2 things, and I don't want to do this one because that's a level 4. So I think we're blomping this one down to a level 2, which is a bummer. Because that basically means we can only upgrade this one because this one's already full and we can't upgrade a card that took damage. So this is going to flop like that. And that's it, I think. Brutal. That was not good. That was not good. We were in a bad spot there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 4, right? Yep, 4. All right. Oh, we're fighting the same person. So, Rain of Blood is the second thing right here. So we still have that ranged ability. So we're going to have to discard... Gosh, we're going to have to discard our reserve card again. Bummer. Okay, so... Oh, man, we're also in a bad spot again. We're yet again not going to be able to hit them. We're going to be able to hit them. We're not going to be able to defeat them. So, because we have our big red attacks, but we have no red cards, and I don't want to fuse a card again. Well, I mean, I guess, no, we should, because we're going to lose that card to the reserve, to the ranged effect anyway. Yeah, so I think we're going to go bloop, like this. No. Bloop, like this. Yeah, I guess we're going to do this. All right, well, we'll defeat them at least. We won't take any damage, which I think right now is like kind of key. So we fused again. Gosh, we're having to do that a lot. So this is now going to be red. So red, our initiative is 6. We're going to have to add this 5 to it to make it 11. So we beat their initiative. Again, we don't have a reserve card because we had to refuse it anyway, so that's fine. We're going to do 11 red damage. They do have red shields, but they only have 1. So we're essentially going to be doing 10 red damage, which is enough to kill them, which is just great. My gosh. Okay, so we're not taking any damage, which I think is absolutely key right now. So we have 5. The problem with this one, too, is this one also doesn't give us like that much experience, like at all, which is a bummer. So we're doing 5. We can get this up to 5 and then 12. I don't know if we need that journey. I think, gosh, I think we might do this one. Yeah, because I don't really want to upgrade this because it's a red attack. And so I think I want to do that one. We're going to go with that. We're going with that. We're playing by the seat of our pants, y'all. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, having to draw too many cards. So this is going to be a journey. We're journeying at number 3 here. And it also has the night travel. So we're subtract our initiative from our boost. So we want to have low initiative, which we don't have. We can't have this one be our initiative because it's 10. Subtract our initiative from our boost. Okay, so we're doing journey number 3, which is a red 12 journey. Gosh, and we have like no good journey cards. Oh my gosh, we are absolutely sprinting towards Rodving. Okay, so if we want to get halfway there, living on a prayer, we're going to have this one be our spell and this one be our... I really want to keep this one here. Okay, so it subtracts from our boost to a minimum of 0. I think we're going to do this because we already have enough to get halfway there, which means we're not going to be able to meet it anyway, so let's just not worry about that. So if it subtract 10 from 1, it is to a minimum of 0, so you don't have to go in the negatives, which is great. But we will go ahead and have a purple element, which means we can do 7 journey, which is more than half of the 12 that we need. And this boost now is 0. So, we're subtracting our initiative, which is 5. Doesn't make a difference. But nonetheless, I was technically wrong about that. So we're going to have to suffer a time penalty of 2. 1, 2, bar for Runo. Hate that. We're getting so many time penalties in this whole game. Absolute trash. Gosh, getting destroyed. Okay, but we do get the 5. Oh my gosh. So here's the thing. We can either do 1 card or 2 cards. I think we're going to do 2 cards. This is going to be a 2. This is going to flop to a 3. And I think we're going to have to go with that. Oh, I'm so scared. 1, 2. Oh, no. We're already there? Oh, gosh. Uh-oh. We have found a dragon. Oh, no. That feels bad, y'all. That feels like we're not going to do good. That feels like we're not going to do good. All right. Okay, so now we're in the final encounter here. So the final journey. So we're going to have to shuffle our whole thing. Who knows? I feel like we didn't upgrade or do nearly enough. Wow, regions 3 and 4, I feel like we got walloped. I feel like we had to... I think we had like 3 or 4 journeys where we had to take time penalties. Like we probably had at least 2 rounds that we didn't get to see, which as you can see is a huge deal. Like not being able to upgrade cards is a big, big deal. Okay, so now we're in the final battle. So again, the final battle basically takes place over 2 parts. So we have our journey. So we have to go journey to find the dragon, and then we'll actually fight the dragon. So the journey here, we have to meet the threshold of at least 20 in journey. Hopefully we do. If we don't reach that, we just straight up lose because we died on our way there. And so we're really, really hoping to get to at least 28. So we're going to draw 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These other cards will go underneath Rodving. Those will be for the final battle. This is for our final journey. And we essentially are going to make 2 action sets out of this. So let's get this all kind of organized. So we need to take 2. So these are the ones where we need big journeys. Big journeys. Okay, so we need to get to at least 20, and we will be able to do that. So, okay, and then we're going to lose these cards. We're not going to take them for the battle, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Okay, so first set, this is going to be our element. This is going to be our spell. Second set, this is going to be our element. This is going to be our spell. Boom and boom. Now let's figure out our boosts and our reserve. So right now we have a blue element and blue boots. We have a yellow element and yellow boots. So right now we're sitting on 21. We need to try to get to 28 if we can. 21, this will give us 26. Ooh, we can get there. This is going to be 27, 28. Okay, so this is our reserve card. Reserve card doesn't really do much right now. Oh, actually, it would because the journey is red. So that means we would get to add this to what our total. It won't matter for this one though. So again, blue element, 12 boots, we're good. And the boost here is 2, so that's 14. We have yellow element, 9 boots with a boost of 5 is 14. Add these together and we have 28, which is the highest level. So now you always have a time penalty, but we did meet that level, which is great. Because then we're basically gonna have the maximum amount of cards. So we're going to discard that as a time penalty. We're going to have the maximum amount of cards for the fight half of this right now. So all these cards will then go away. And we will draw the rest of our hand. Now, depending on the time penalty, you will have, I think it's anywhere between 5 and 8 cards. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 cards for our final journey, for our final battle. So again, if you took a really bad time penalty, or you had to like trash a bunch of cards, something like that, you then would have less cards for this final battle. I am very happy that we have more. Okay, so now we are here. And we're going to again make 2 sets. And again, we have to then at least hit their minimum health value, which is going to be 22. And then we have to take damage for them by downgrading cards. Remember, they can only downgrade each card once, so we can't keep downgrading cards. We got to survive. I usually die when they hit me back. So we'll see. Their initiative is going to be 9. Now, good thing is we get to combine our initiative, so we should be able to hit that, but they will block red damage, which is one of the reasons why I didn't really want red damage. Now, interesting. So wow, we got a lot of journey cards, which is not outstanding. Our 2 biggest hitters are these 2. Although this is now, it's going to be a 7 because they're going to block 4 of them. Although this is also only a 7, so I think it's still worth it to do. Okay, so so this one needs to be purple. We need the highest boost possible, so we're gonna go boom. We need to make sure we hit their initiative though, Nicky boy. We have to do this one because, okay, we are gonna beat their initiative, so we're fine. So this is element, this is spell, and then what's our max boostage? Our max boostage is gonna be here and here. So these are our 2 action sets right here. Boom. Okay. And these are our reserve cards, which aren't really going to do much. So we have a purple element. We're doing 11 damage plus 5 is going to be 16. Here we have 11 damage, but it's going to be 4 of it's going to be blocked by their 4 shields. So it's going to be 7 plus 5 is going to be 12. So we have 16 plus 12 is 26. Nah, we're 1 away. We're 1 away from the second tier. Uh-oh. That's not good. Because they're hitting us for 3 more now. So we did at least hit them, so we didn't die immediately. So now, amongst all of our cards, we now have to take 27 damage, and I do not think we're going to be able to. But we would have had to take 24, so let's see. So everything can be downgraded at least once. So let's just count up our shields, basically. We also have no red shields, so we get no boosty pants from that. So this is going to be 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 19, 20, 23. So even if we had gotten to the next level, which would have been 24 damage, we still would have lost. We would have had to hit them for 32 to only have 15 damage. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. But that's the thing. That was one of my main things. I was like, I don't want to come into the final battle with red damage cards because they're going to block a bunch of them. Oh, we were so close. I feel like we needed, because here's the thing, we were pretty darn close, right? We were pretty darn close. We had 23 and they hit us for 27. So I feel like if we had just not gotten even one of those time penalties, which means we could have had an extra round to upgrade stuff, maybe we would have gotten there. Again, it comes down to the cards, you know, what you get in the moment, but oh, we were close. I keep being so close to winning and I keep losing. Dang it. Oh. So that was the solo play of Dragons of Etchinstone. We are so close every time. I keep losing to Rodwing hitting me. I haven't tried any other dragons. I keep losing to this one. Dang it. I just can't get past it. It is tough. You really, really have to go through and, strategically decide what to downgrade, what to upgrade, all that kind of stuff, and go through and try to survive that last fight with the dragon. If Dragons of Etchinstone seems like something you enjoy, make sure to check it out. Again, down in the description below, there'll be a link down to their game found down there. And a big, big shout out to Chip Theory for sponsoring this one. We will see you all later, and we hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much for watching that playthrough of the Dragons of Etchinstone. Big shout out to Chip Theory for sponsoring this one, and a big shout out to our April sponsor of Board Games Anonymous. Do you have a horrible board game problem? Make sure to check out Board Games Anonymous and talk to people like you, but don't stop playing board games. Board games are great, but if you got a problem, talk about it with the good people. Board Games Anonymous.